Avatar: The Last Airbender, in my opinion, the best animated series of all time. And today, I'm gonna be giving my opinion about this amazing series. I am Barbonto, and without further ado, let's begin with this video. Avatar tells the story of Aang, the last airbender who has the duty of saving the world from its almost imminent destruction in hands of the Fire Nation, led by Lord Ozai, the egocentric Fire Lord who seeks power over everything else. I remember watching the series when I was between 12 to 13 years old, and the only thing that I liked about the series were the visuals and the fightings. Seeing Ba Sing Se, the Air Temples, the Fire Nation, and the Water Tribes was delightful for the younger me. Same as seeing Aang reaching the Avatar state, seeing Zuko doing firebending, seeing Azula lighting powers made me dream of having powers like those. But sadly, since I didn't have internet access back then, I relied on Nickelodeon to watch all the episodes. And of course, I found myself watching Ba Sing Se one day and the next one watching the first episode. Actually, I wasn't able to watch the finale. But this year was the one to watch the entire series properly, and thanks to Netflix, that was a dream that came true. And oh boy, how different this series is from what I remember. It is way better. The first thing that I have to talk about are the different topics that were introduced during the series, from the very first episode, which in this case was sexism. Sokka felt that he has the duty to bring protection to his tribe and that no woman could take this duty. He felt that this was a man's job. We also found sexism in the Northern Water Tribe, when Paku did not want to train Katara, because according to their culture, men were the only ones who could control water as a fighting technique, and women were allowed to use water only for healing. So I was actually shocked when I realized this topic was included in a TV series from 2005, and even more from a kids show. Another topic is fake propaganda and social classes division introduced in Ba Sing Se. It is almost terrifying to see the way of how the government was controlling the information and its similarities of how the government controls media nowadays. And a similar situation we found on the Fire Nation, in where all the history books were showing this nation as the saviors of the world, and they were only blinding its inhabitants to the false idea that they were doing good. Now, let's talk about the characters, beginning with Aang. When I was younger, I really hated the guy. In my opinion, he was so childish, even from a kid's standards. And the only reason he was important was his avatar state. I actually liked Zuko more, but seeing the episodes in a more mature perspective, Aang was a pacifist who at the beginning was so lost in the new world he was living that he was only looking for remnants of his past, and discovering this new society only grew his curiosity. And of course, because of this, he acted like a kid who was receiving a gift from Christmas. But the more he explored, the more he realized how bad the world was getting and how important was his duty, resulting in a character development from this overexcited kid to a more mature avatar. Then we have Katara, the mother figure of the team, who deep inside was struggling with her mother lost and was accumulating a lot of resentment for the Fire Nation. But regardless, she was taking care of her friends. You only get to see how much she hated the Fire Nation on the third book, so it gives us an idea of how long she was keeping all these feelings to herself. However, she was mature enough to forgive the person who harmed her and decided to move on. And there's also Sokka. He was the comic relief in the series, but he has a deeper role. He developed his leadership, and in crucial points he showed how important he was for the Avatar to complete his duty. He was the one who planned how to invade the Fire Nation. He was the one who identified when was the solar eclipse. He took important decisions during their journey. Now Top. She's one of my favorites. The most badass character of all, who was self-proclaimed as the best airbender in the world, which is not an exaggeration, but who at the beginning was so scared of showing weaknesses that she just didn't want to help or receive help from anyone. But at the end, she has proven being the most loyal and caring of all the team members, on her own way. Finally, we have Zuko, the person with the best character redemption in any animated series. During half of the show, his only duty was to recover his honor, not to capture the Avatar. This is actually a big misunderstanding. You should think that he only wanted to take the Avatar, but the reality is that he didn't even care about the Avatar. He only saw in him a tool to recover his honor and the love of his father. Then he was persecuted by the Fire Nation, and it changes his plans completely, making him take one of the most important decisions of his development, starting a journey alone. During his journey, he realized how horrible the Fire Nation was, and in that moment, an internal conflict took place. He was unsure about what to believe and who was right and wrong. Then, due to his need of hiding, he went to Ba Sing Se, and he had the opportunity of experiencing how is living like a normal person, making him move even more to the right way. However, an opportunity was shown to him to recover his honor, and he took it without thinking in the consequences. But he overcame all these events and was able to forgive himself, becoming an important member of the Team Avatar and even Aang's best friend. Giving this description does not give him justice, because the way he overcome everything was just a masterpiece. If there's another character I would like to mention, it would be Iroh, the wisest and most loving father figure in the show. He always knew what to say on the right time, and his interaction with all the Avatar team members showed us how pure he became after his sons lost. Oh, Tales of Ba Sing Se, you will always make me cry. Avatar, the series who was able to combine amazing visuals, unforgettable characters, outstanding animation, and beautiful story in one show. It is amazing to see how the perception of this has changed from my childhood to today, and how I love even more watching this series. If you haven't watched it, please do it, you won't regret it. If you have reached this part of the video, I want to say thank you. Please let me know if you enjoyed what you saw. Leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more of this content. Avatar was just amazing. It's really difficult to describe a series like this one, but I did my best to make it short and maybe clear, so you would see my perspective and why do I like this series so much. So anyway, thanks once again to watching this, and I see you in the next video. Let your dreams guide you in your journey. Peace.